guys, welcome back. So today I decided to make a really quick Valentine's Day themed eye look because I don't own a lot of pinks. I substituted that with blush, and the blushes that I used, because I mean there's no rules to makeup, you do what you want to do. So what I did instead, I used some blushes as eyeshadows, which you can do. You could even use eyeshadows as blushes. So what I did, I used my Morphe palette, the 10B, and I combined this color and these two right here, and I decided to pair with the Anastasia Beverly Hills. There goes that lipstick. Liquid lipstick in the color Lovely. I thought it looked really pretty with this. You could pair it with a more nude lip, or you could pair it with just lip gloss. I mean, really it doesn't make a difference, because really what stands out the most is the eye, because I did do a little bit of a smoky eyelid, and then to the bottom lash line I did add the color. So I hope your Valentine's Day is very special to you and you spend the day with your loved one, your significant other, whatever you wish to do. But if you do, don't forget to like this video, subscribe to my channel, and share. So without further ado, let's get right into the video. Hey guys, welcome back. So for starters, I'm going to go in with my Crème Brule shadow from Makeup Geek and a very fluffy brush. You can use a crease brush, or a more fluffy brush to make sure you blend that in all the way into the inner duct of the eye. And I wanted to make sure you were able to see exactly what I was doing, so I zoomed in the camera a little bit more. I did the same thing to both eyes. I chose this color because the color is similar to my skin tone. So whenever I do go in to apply more shadow, it pretty much has a base to where the eyeshadow can grip onto, I guess, or just so it can look very well blended. I then went in with the number 64 eyeshadow by Morphe Cosmetics, or Morphe Brushes, and I chose this one because it was a little bit darker than Crème Brule. So what I did with the same brush, I applied that more precisely into the crease to make sure that the depth was there. I did blend this in all the way into my inner duct, as I did the same thing with Crème Brule, to make sure that everything was very well tied in. After I blended all my crease colors, I went in with this very dark brown that I have from my collection. It is from the Balm, I believe it is the Balm Nude palette, and I just applied that all over my eyelid with a flat brush. I slowly, gradually intensified the color. If I would have gone directly in with shadow and just applied a bunch of the brown on there, it would just look very muddy. So that's why I made sure I slowly intensified it. What I did do is I packed on color, went back in to blend, packed on a little bit more color, and blended. I do that because it makes sure that everything just pretty much looks very diffused. If I just do a two-step kind of thing where I just apply the color and then just blend, you will still be able to see those lines, and that is not what I'm going for. So I made sure I just go back and forth, back and forth. It is a longer process, but at the end, the end result is everything's blended. The brush I used was a Sigma blending brush, the E25. I do pick up a little bit more of that brown shadow and apply it where the brown meets the darker brown, to make sure that everything is blended. There's no gaps in between, and this is another step that allows for it to look more diffused. I know I use the word diffuse so much, but really that's what I'm doing. I'm making sure that everything looks diffused, everything looks blended, and it doesn't look like I just applied a shadow and then just applied another shadow. Once I'm done blending with that Sigma brush, I go back in with my flat brush and apply more of the darker brown, because we do lose some color when blending. So just pack on more color, blend again, pack on more color, blend again. It's a process, it's tedious, but it's worth it. Once everything is well blended, I go in with a more precise blending brush and blend in what we just did, blending in my crease color with my eyelid color. This allows for there not to be any harsh lines. Once that is done, I go in with the star of the show, and that is a light purple color. I apply that with an angled brush onto my bottom lash line from the outer corner all the way into the inner corner. Going back to the same shadow we just used with our angled brush, I go back in with a smudging brush and smoke it all out. Then I'm going with my Kat Von D, what I called Butterfly Palette, and pick up some of that purple color with the same angled brush and apply that onto the same place where we applied the previous color. Next, I went in with a very matte white shadow and applied that with a fluffy brush onto our brow bone to highlight that area. Because I wanted my eyes to stand out and to be the star of the show, I went ahead and used my Maybelline Instant Age Rewind Concealer. I use it as highlighter. It is in the shade medium, so I applied that onto my nose, my cupid's bow, my chin, also my forehead, and under my eyes. And to blend that out, I have been recently using my Real Techniques Face Expert brush. It is used for foundation, at least those are the intentions of the brush, but I have been using it to blend out my highlighter, and it just works so amazing. It blends it out very nice, it leaves no lines whatsoever, and it's so smooth. So that's what I'm using the brush for now, and I think I'm going to use it like that forever. To set my highlighter, I use my Maybelline Fit Me powder in the shade 310, and I use the e.l.f., I believe this is their blush brush, and I just apply it onto where I did apply that concealer slash highlight for me. Then I go in with my Kat Von D tattoo liner and go ahead and wing out my eyes. Once my eyeliner was done, I went ahead and applied my false lashes. As always, I use these lashes. You can use the lashes of your preference. Then I went in with my 10B Morphe Blush Palette. I used blushes as shadows. I know, crazy, but it's makeup. You can do as you please, as you wish. So to do that, I applied that with a fluffy crease brush, and I applied that onto my lower lash line because I did apply that purple. I felt that it wasn't pink enough, so I just went ahead and applied blush to make it more pink. Then I went in with these two glitters. I first applied the silver onto my lower lash line, then I applied the purple. So pretty much this was like what made my shadow look just gorgeous. I think it was gorgeous at least. It made it look very like so happy and so festive. The glitter, that is the last step I did. You could do the glitter, you could not do the glitter. I just wanted to do it. It's more fun. It's makeup. Let's make it fun. Once that silver was down, I went in with the purple glitter. This one was a little bit more fine, so I applied that onto the same places where we applied the silver, all the way from the inner duct to like about half of my lower lash line. And this is what it looks like with the glitter. I just loved how it looked, and it's your choice if you want to, but I did it. Then I went ahead and just did basically what I always do to my lower lash lines, apply my favorite bottom lash line mascara. Then I went in with my current favorite bronzing powder. This one is amazing. It is from Walgreens, and to my surprise, they're adding a whole section of this brand, so you know I'll be getting more of these. I applied that onto where I always apply bronzer, to my cheekbones, my temples, my forehead, my chin, also my a little bit on my neck, because the last thing you want is for your face to be warm and your neck to be another color. You want to make sure everything is blended. And I'm sorry about those rooster hairs in the back. I have really short hair, so when I pick it up, they have a mind of their own. I then went in with the e.l.f. contour brush, and I wanted to contour my nose. I hardly ever do this, but when I do the whole full glam on look, I always contour my nose just to make it look a little bit more thinner, more chiseled. I applied that onto my nose, and I also applied that onto the bottom of my lower lip. I rarely do this once again, but when I do, it makes my lower lip look a lot more fuller, and I don't have to pay for lip injections, so hey. Next, I went in with my NYX Mauve blush using a stippling brush by Real Techniques and applied that onto the apples of my cheeks, basically. Then I went in with a face illuminating powder by Milani in the shade Amber Nectar, and with another blush brush, I applied that onto the high points of my cheeks to illuminate that area. Then I went in with my Anastasia Beverly Hills Lovely liquid lipstick. This lipstick is just amazing, and the lasting power is ridiculous, just like my Kat Von D ones are. And I use the NYX Natural Lip Liner as well as my Jordana. I believe it is in the shade... what is in the shade? Is it Poppy or Tawny? Tawny, that's right, Tawny. First, I blotted my lips because I did apply a little bit of chapstick, and then I started lining my lips just like how I always do. Once my lip liner was done, I applied the liquid lipstick, and let me tell you, these are gorgeous, and I regret not buying more. I went back in with a little bit of the lip liner to define my lips a little bit more because this lipstick does tend to wash me out, so that's the reason I did that. Then I put down my little rooster hairs, tamed this mane, and this is the final look. I really hope you like this look that I did for you all. It is very smoky. I feel like it is very romantic, and I mean, yeah, so this is a Valentine's Day look that you can probably achieve. Don't forget to like this video, subscribe to my channel, and until next time, thank you so much for watching.